Hello guys, this is Kabis. We are back with another 9-9 reaction, and yeah, we might be going for like the longest reaction video I'm gonna do because I'm gonna cover episode 7, episode 8, and branch X, or episode 8.5 it, as it's normally called, but they call it branch X. The last one's the recap, but I'm just out of curiosity with the I want to see it nonetheless. So yeah, this is gonna be over an hour long. And it's gonna be the full reaction. uh this is gonna take a while to export, but yeah, let's forget about that. Let's just get started. So last episode, they shifted, no longer covering no longer covering it like faithfully like the first four episodes. So yeah, I'm sorry. Sorry if my audio is. Oops, my bad. If my audio is what you call this messy, more so because I have a retainer. I'm not gonna leave it for an hour straight. But yeah, okay. Can I? If I could, I could skip this. But yeah, you see that first scene with Satsuki and Yoichi. You know that man is just as fuck. If you've seen the opening, Yoichi is sus as fuck. Oh yeah, the last batch last pair of episode before I get introduced to Valhalla Society and Rig Veda. And sorry if there's gonna be background issues. Besides my voice and the audio of the anime. Considering their show, even in the episode, they're showing a but a bunch of shit that are in the VN, like this one right there. Um, what you call this? In the VN is like late couple of stuff. Yeah, how are you gonna hide your? I forgot last episode. Um, how are you gonna hide it? Yep, show up, Noah and Miyako. Yeah, or like a love pentagon, so to say. Funny how the in 9-9 they're very strict with four heroines, no sub heroines. Mhm. There's a difference between his teacher and, so to say, his childhood friend. So to speak, they're big sister childhood friend. Yep. For now, brother is basically incapacitated, missing in action, so to speak. Yep. In a sense, Miyako and Noah has very much in common in terms of justice. Though Noah is more of a representation of that than Miyako. Honestly, one thing I kind of wish was like if 99 was 24 episodes, they could have done like 6 episodes for per episode to VN. Maybe it might not be sustainable, so to say. This is the fuck. This is the outfit in new episode 5. One thing, yeah, I forget. One thing would have loved a full adaptation of Nine to be is just seeing Kakeru and Sora just interacting because they have one of the best dynamics in VNs. Got it. Uh, One thing you can't really replicate is they tried their best with Subasu's art, but you really can't beat Izumi Subasu's art when it comes to the 9-9. It's so fucking beautiful. Like look at the art visual of the ED. Mhm. So yep, you, you still don't know who is the demon eye user. They're not making it too obvious, my brother. They're not making it too obvious. Mhm. I guess we're dropping that reveal. All right, Yoichi is indeed the demon eye user, so to say, pinching that right hand like your Tomakami Joe. This is a reference to Atsushi Abe being also the voice of Toma from Index or Tuwaru. For now, knowing knowing this information from the other branches, very not convenient. Um, but I'll try to explain. I'll try to explain as we go on because like when it comes to 9-9, they mostly wrap everything up together. So I'll try to make sense of it through the information of reading through the entirety of the series. Either that or you're, yep, they're planning. Never mind, they're planning something for you, Ichi. Oh no. Yep. So how are you gonna do it, Ichi? Hmm. You know, in the end, this took so to say, with 3 episodes of build up. You're gonna be but definitely not enough. So let's see how it turns out for this original branch, so to say. They're not. They revealed the secret too early. Didn't expect that, considering the first 4 episodes. Mm-hmm. Yep. Hey, she's such a fucking bitch. When it comes to this anime, I will never be angry at Yoichi that much as I would say, yep, got a second artifact. I would use Overload calculator or even another artifact. Joke. It's the Ambrosia. If I remember correctly, it was called the Ambrosia. Okay, would one thing. I, time to continue. Why? One thing the anime that will never make me have this emotion again is being. I forgot. Yep, Rangers are fucking. Mhm. Absolute Chunibyo, but yeah. Absolutely. Fundamentally, at heart, Renya and Noah are Chunibiyos. Uh, Fun fact: of the 99 heroines, Erica has the biggest one. They really like doing its own thing. Oh, Sophia. Which is there's a certain type of hatred I had with Yoichi back then when reading 99. Though to be fair, it was connected to Noah for the most part. Episode 4 specifically. Hmm. Yeah. There's a difference. There's a difference between the two um all the artifacts. Technically, in terms of the strongest of the out of the heroines, all of them are very versatile on their own. But in terms of power, judgment, etc., Noah has the strongest artifact of the heroines. Also, it's best girl. But hey, this is a different. That's a different conversation. And yeah, it's just quick to the point. Yeah, just like a strong force that would have really hurt. But unlike Takamine or rather Renya, um, if Yoichi wanted to, he would have gone for the kill. Renya's just holding back, so to say. Yeah, you need the There's a massive conflict between just knowing your buddy is the one behind all this. The piano of the ED, I think. Actually, I I really should have expected the anime to go original because like Ruler's Crown. It wasn't. uh, How do you either Yuki, Yukihiro Yukihano Yukinoto or something like that, like the other names. It's really is sucks talking with the retainer, but I really can't. I really don't want to afford like not wear wearing it for over an hour. So yeah, not yeah. He was your buddy boy, so he has some like a massive conflict with. Mm, I know the truth behind why. Mm. This one is from episode 3. It really doesn't make sense. But hey, wow. And the cliffhanger like that. Guess they're dropping all the bombs. So if they're not hesitating to hold back showing the Yoichi stuff, there's like I keep saying this with every episode. You cannot top Izumi Subasa's art. Like look at that. The way she uses color palettes, undefeated. Like look at Sora. She is so cute. I really need these full full illustrations in the max HD possible. I really want that because like when it comes to the 99, I only have a couple of thinking about it. I only have 3 merch rating to 99. It would be 2 t-shirts of this shit and a CD of the symphonic album. Oh yeah, I forgot. I also have two shikishis of Miyako and Haruka. Technically five, but yeah, I think you get my point. All right, that's the end of episode 7. I feel weird watching this, especially since, well, like, come on, this shit is so weird compared to what I've experienced. So yeah, let's just continue. Now, we're going to episode 3, by the way. Now, like Sophia, when it comes to Iris, you don't know if you can trust her or not. Like at this point, they might as well like reveal the full visual of Sophie. Forget her name is in Sophia. Call her nickname is Sophie, but her her name is a bit longer than Sophia. So yeah, one thing I hate, th- this opening just doesn't hit for me, especially since I'm used to Yonikura. And whenever Yonikura does the OP for the VN openings, that shit is so fucking hype. And this is such a fucking contrast, even though this song is also probably by Shota Horie. Honestly, if Yonikura sang this, might be different, but who knows? Sofitia. Yeah. Sometimes names are blank for me. Yeah, the difference between Iris and Sofitia is you can't tell until the very last moment if which is on your side, so to say. Yep, Ambrosia. Yep, I still I still remember. Such an important plot detail. I also love the casual fits between Miyako and Noah. So cute. Technically an overpowered, but yeah, yeah. Mm. Knowing cat, knowing cat. Knowing cat. there's a massive fascinating. There's a lot of gap. Honestly, looking back, there's a lot of gap movies. There's like a bunch of there's like a couple of um there's just gap movies that I love. First one being Haruka, being the obvious. The so to say submissive SM. her her SM personalities, so to say. And Noah's well, very serious so very serious demeanor and absolute cuteness when you get that's something you barely see in the previous episodes before episode 4. No, Noah is such a fucking cutie. So I guess we're going slice of life in 9-9. Wouldn't expect that much in the late game, so to say, when the plot was plotting. Oh, OST. It's a sounds like a remix. Sounds like a remix of one of the OSTs. Like the notes. The notes just seem so familiar of the track, how the notes progress. But yeah, sounds like another foreshadowing, my man. How are you gonna take care of it? Yep. Yeah. One of the major tropes. Gr- being a heroine who sucks at cooking, and here's the contrast that with Miyako, who's really good. Miyako, who's really great at cooking. That's another branch. Yeah. If you it, So to say, so to say, the reason why Seven Heaven, all right, it's the reason why it's so damn, and you're gonna meet Renya. Oh, for fuck's, yeah, like the red room. Ah, I you really can't trust one or the at this stage in the game. With the introduction of Iris, you can't trust one or the other until the final moment when you know their allegiances and goals. And Renia already knows or feels their presence. Sounds like a flag. Really sounds like a flag. The reason for that scene is it's a branch. A branch. So let's say there's a timeline. You don't know what's gonna happen, but you have an idea. That's an that's a solid ass plan, so to say. Yep. Why does he look like a fucking Bishojo character right there? Bishonen, so to say. Now, would he drink it? The cola filled with ambrosia. Yep, yep, yep. Right? They don't. You don't even hesitate. Now let the fun begin. That's another branch. That's another bad end. Yep. Another problem. Brother is in absolute disbelief. They're gonna end the episode here or not. Let's see. Not yet. Yep. Now the loop begins. Oops, my bad. Such a fascinating how they ended it here. Um, you didn't hesitate, just showing damn near every review in the book that took 30, 40 hours to manifest and pay off. They show it in like by like 4 episodes. Mind you, I showed up in episode 3. We're talking VN. I just showed up in episode 3 of the VN. Yoichi, the Yoichi reveal was around, I think, episode 3, episode 2, episode 3. Rig Veda was episode 2. I'll say even the first, what you call this, the first episode, the cliffhanger was just ghosts. So yeah, this is to me fascinating yet kinda because like in making itself original, it it's at the cost. Yep. Hmm. Hmm. I showed her face, huh? Yep. Hmm. Hmm. Just the moment where overload. We're gonna loop back to a certain point in time. Guess we'll end it here. Yeah. That's absolutely fascinating. I'm not calling it episode 845. Branch X sounds fucking cooler. So yeah. I don't know if episode 7 and 8 just revealed every fucking trick in the book that it diminishes the original. Yeah. Like even if it's going an anime original route, it diminishes the original in return. Cause like these reveals were like really fucking good. and and this is just barely build up. Like one episode of build up. So yeah, it's definitely I- I'll definitely say it's not below my expectation, even below my expectations. Even like I was genuinely curious, but yeah, but it's not like Tanmoshi where it's like absolutely horrible that I drop my react that I'm thinking of dropping my reaction. Tanmoshi is like a different level of fucking bad. That's a 1 out of 10. So yeah, I'll still continue reacting to this and it's doing its own thing. I can commend that, but at the same time, yeah. All right, let's move on to the next. Is this the right one? I think so. Yeah, this is different with episode 8. Um, start with an opening thing before the opening. So I'm curious with Branch X because they apparently they added something, even though this might sound like a recap. Who knows? This might explain shit. I don't know. For a 99 fan, I would not recommend this. Um, even if it's doing its own thing. Like the hello, Sophia. Yeah, why not? Yep. I like this kind of recap because it just fits with how 9 works as a series. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. We might actually get more explanation if they're going out of their way for Sophie to narrate this shit. Mm. Yep. Mm-hmm. Honestly, I wouldn't mind of an ep- an episode or two just Sophie narrating the events. Yep. Actually, when looking back on this, they really did decently well adapting episode one before the reset happened. Before the first reset, they did a good job. Honestly, if they were given like 24 episodes, so to say, like Summer Pockets with 26, it might have fared better. It definitely would have fared better if they gone full on adaptation of each episode of the VN. Mm. Mm. Yeah. We're letting Sophie take over my reaction. Hmm. That's her power. Not just invincibility. Yeah, their brother sister bond is too strong for that. And you, this came from an eroge. I'm so curious, what will be Palette's next work after 99? You got some high expectations too, especially if the writer comes back. Yeah, it could have been easy with Miyako's power to take the artifacts, but in the same sense, and we already saw that by episode 8. In real time, I'm lowering my expectations. Now I'm just curious how they're gonna resolve all of this. Because at this rate, we're entering episode 4 territory, so to say. It really was a recap. I don't mind the recap, especially since it's been a while. It's been over 2 weeks since my last reaction. My apologies for that. Um, I had a lot in my personal life to deal with, especially working on that HBR JP retrospective. So it took me over a it takes me I'm it's been over a week since I first deal with it. The video itself, not the script. The script I had for like a while now since the fiasco happened. But that's unrelated to what I'm reacting right now. Talking about 99. Yep, he got there first. Yep, they got to her first. It's really, in a sense, this is also Sophie looking back at each each of the each of the events, and by extension the branches it was forced to branch off of. And and this would be the first reset where it all began, the first bad ending, where honestly this anime gone downhill in terms of being an adaptation, since it's doing its own thing now. It's really my sport near the mic, just in case. My apologies. Once again, if my audio is a bit low, how many minutes since since I first recorded? Over an hour now. So yeah, and we're almost halfway through. All right. Mhm. The first reset. Overload. This is unrelated to Overlord, the series. It's just the name of the power. In a sense, I when I think of Overlord, it's either This Kakeru's power or the series, the one with eyes. I haven't watched Overlord in quite a long time. I'll probably never pick it up, but who knows? Maybe if the ending, maybe if I heard the ending was worth it, who knows? Maybe I should pick up the novels instead of the anime, even if it's adapted by Madhouse. Sounds like it sucks as an adaptation. But yeah, Overlord, Kakeru's power specifically, she can he can run its surface level ability, from how it looks like, is time looping, branching to other timelines. Let's get started. Hmm. Hmm. One thing I praise 9-9 heavily for is the utilization, the diversity, the versatility of each ability of the main heroines, with how they handled the conflicts in their respective episodes, and even in the episode beyond that. Hmm. They're indeed very reckless. Yep. Mm-hmm. Hmm. Yeah. Hmm. This is a battle between two Chunibios. A massive otaku. Yeah. Yep. That's why the mystery between her and Yoichi took a while, until it was too late. In every episode of the VN, there was always, to my knowledge, a bad, if I remember correctly, a bad ending, because Kakeru can't do it the first time. That's just the that's you need to pick up more information than just the basic ones, and that's why he gets um he gets found out. He gets into a bad ending and has to be forced to say. One one thing that has been repeated again. There's a massive side effects overusing, so to say, the artifacts. Worst case scenario, you end up like the guy in with the fire thing, basically gone berserk. Mhm. And we know there. Yeah. Now we get to the latest episode that we saw, episode 7, or rather, episode 7 to 8. I know it may be nonsense to cover a episode that's basically a recap, but hey, yeah, same face structure, just different eye. Uh, Same eye, same facial structure, just different hair color and hairstyle. Honestly, at the time, going through the many episodes of 99, it really wasn't that obvious until like, oh, all right, okay, I see. To be fair, unlike the anime, Yoichi was very mysterious, just acting as his best friend. That's what make the mystery and the reveal of him being the mastermind behind all this so fascinating, so interesting. One of the best reveals they did in 99. Now we're heading into episode 8. We're going over an hour, which is to me insane because the only thing longer than this that I've done besides say live stream is that Blaze Hall one. Plan to do a Blaze Hall one by like the end of the year. Yeah, I'm not gonna do something like an entire 2 3 years. So yeah. The problem with this scenario is that even if Kakeru resets, um Iris is has escaped the timeline. And so to say, Iris has escaped the timeline, and it's just a matter of someone using time. Nine. There's always a reference to nine. This is the ED I heard so much about. And it really does show one of one of the most the best parts of the other routes. Yep. This was before. Mm, Miyako. Tora. Aka. Noah. Tatsuki. Yoichi. Renya. That makes nine. And you. What's the you she's referring to? Let's repeat it again. One, two, three, four, five, six, seven, eight. Oh, I bet miscounting. And you, the nine. Now, how are they gonna adapt? That, that's the one that I wonder how they're gonna adapt that shit. The nine. You. Who's that you? There's a there's a interesting in this ED that I want to see just one more time. Just the one with the nine thrones and all that. Yeah. Look at that. Satsuki no Sora Kakugu Miyako Haruka Renya Yuichi. Who's the one who's the one there's no one sitting on that ninth seat. Yeah. And that's what makes nine um like one of the most meta things in 9 9 is the reveal of the nine. The U part I can't really say until well they finally reveal or just say who it is. But like the nine is insane at the time when I read the V, and it was really fucking. It was a really wow. They really like I was like they really use the the VN medium, the visual novel medium, to its very fucking advantage to be as meta with that to be as meta as shit to be with that reveal. And yeah, that's that. This is the end for now. We'll see you in 2 weeks. Hopefully by episode 10 airs, as soon as the fan translation drops, I am gonna react to it as soon as I can, or yeah. Uh, I just was late to the party with this one, so my apologies once more. That's the end of the video. I guess to subscribe to the notification bells and my videos. Share, spend, watch these videos, etc. So yeah, once again, I will continue to be sorry with the audio and shit. Like um, as you can see, I'm wearing a fucking retainer. Uh, yeah, because when it comes to it, like I said, don't wanna go an hour without it. Um, even if it makes my voice clearer. But yeah, whew, that was even though I didn't like blabber for like an hour straight. It felt like I did, and yeah, that's the end. So guys, when we get to episode 9 of this series, how they gonna do episode 9? It would be similar to like episode 4 of the VN, with how they finish the conflict and all that. Who knows? We'll see how they'll continue going anime original with this shit. But that special ED in Branch X though, that was really nice. It's like showing the the best parts of the series. But yeah, like I said, for those who already read the VN, I wouldn't recommend this. I would just recommend the VN as it is. Because of course the VN will ultimately be better. The only exception to this will be like Nukitashi, which is doing its own thing, which is fun on its own. Nukitashi anime is already fun on its own. Maybe after reading the VN, or maybe just being an anime only when it comes to this shit. So yeah, and like it's enough to keep me curious. I'm not gonna drop this, of course. Um, yeah, I'm just curious how they're gonna conclude this shit. That's very much it. See you guys next time. Um, yeah. Um, bye.